Hi everyone, look at what just came in the post. Oh, Terror of the Divine. So I was just so excited and I thought, why don't I just, open the box and go through the cards with you guys. That way we can do a little bit of an unboxing, first impressions. I don't know, I haven't done this type of video before, but I'm just so excited. Okay, so it is Terror of the Divine by Yoshi Yoshitani. There you go, that's the box it comes in. It's very nice. It's got this moon pattern here. It's really nice. It's really nice. I'm so excited. Can you tell? Can you tell I'm excited? Okay, it's got a little bit of a... I was trying to do this without damaging the box. A little bit of a... I'm not left-handed. I just... I don't know why I do that. I'm ambidextrous, I think. Okay, so it's got just a little bit of a, what is it, sticker thingy? Okay, and, oh god, I'm gonna hurt myself. I always hurt myself when I open boxes. I always hurt myself. And there we go. Ooh, dun, da, da, da. I'm so excited for this deck. You guys have no idea. You can probably tell though. Okay, so that is the book. Let me just, okay. So you've got a little booklet, okay, and you have cards and just some keywords for upright and reverse. Okay, I'll have to go through this on my own in a little while. And I think they also tell you the stories that the cards are based on, because this is a deck. Should have started with that. This is a deck that's based on fairy tale stories, folklore, basically. So, for example, the Five of Cups I just noticed is La Llorona, which is Mexican folklore. Which I thought that's really cool. The Snow Queen from a Danish fairy tale as the Six of Cups. Three of Cups is based on a story from Cambodia. That's really cool. I think that's really cool. Although my boy just came in and opened the door. Okay. Which one? Titi! Mama's boy. Okay, so that's the little booklet. It's not too thick, but I don't think it really needs to be. Look, the Seven of Cups is based on Aladdin. I think that's so cute. I think that's really, really cool. Because it gives you a bit of additional background, for how you interpret the card. If you know that particular tale, the intention behind the tale, you know what I mean, the moral of the story, that sort of thing. So I think it can add context to how you interpret that particular card. And then we have the deck. Okay, so it's got this little string thingy, pulley thingy for you to be able to get the deck out of the box, which I think is great. It's a really dark green. I don't know if you probably can't tell against the lighting in my room. But it's a dark green, very dark green type color. Put the color of the box there. So you have the box, the booklet. Have a little, hold on. There you go. You can open doors to go in. You just can't open them to go back out again. So you've got this little plasticky thing to hold the cards together. How you get with decks. And this is the deck. Okay, that's the back of it. I love that back. And I don't know if you can tell, I'm going to try to bring it close, but it has a pattern to it that looks like it was painted on canvas. Let me try to get it closer for you guys. There you go. You see those little lines like that? That's the pattern, and it feels, it's got some texture to it. It feels like a canvas, and I think that's amazing because, you have your fairy tales and it feels like it's a canvas. Okay, and I'm going to take you through the cards, just do like a walkthrough, show you each card. You can pause the video, you want to look at it more in detail. There's also pictures all over the internet. I'm really, really excited for this deck and I can't wait to use it. So that's the full Major Arcana. The cards are really thick, like good card stock. Don't bend easily, which is good, but they also have a gloss to them so that they're easy to shuffle, which is important. Oh, look at the Magician. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, and again, they have that texture to them as if it's canvas. They have that texture to it. Feels the same as a canvas. The High Priestess, the Empress, oh, Virgin Guadalupe, I think that is. The Emperor, the Hierophant. They're so much more beautiful in person. I don't think I can portray that. It's one thing to look at them and see them, and you can see they're beautiful on camera, but it's a whole nother level in person. Okay, so I do want to say that. So that's the Lovers, the Chariot, Strength card, the Hermit. My bonus sister, and that's my sister-in-law, I call her my bonus sister, Rox. She said this reminds her of Harry Potter. And I just saw that when she said it, because of the stag in the background. The Wheel of Fortune, a boy's back. Justice, the Hangman. I think, is this supposed to be Sleeping Beauty? It looks like Sleeping Beauty to me, but I don't know, I'll have to check the book. Death. I don't know what story this is based on. I don't know, I'll have to check, I can't say. Temperance. The Devil. The Tower. The Star. The Moon. This is gorgeous. And this is the same image on the box as well. But it's gorgeous. The Sun. I think that might be Ra, an Egyptian god. The Egyptian god. Was he the god? I'd rather not say because I don't know, so I don't want to. Judgment. The World. Okay, just shut the door. The Ace of Cups. So now we start with the minors. The Two of Cups. It's an interesting interpretation, interesting portrayal of the Two of Cups. Three of Cups. Four of Cups. Five of Cups. The Six of Cups. I know this isn't particularly exciting stuff, unless you like tarot cards like I do. It's very exciting for me. Seven of Cups. Eight of Cups. The Nine of Cups. The Ten of Cups. Page. The Knight of Cups. The Queen of Cups. And the King of Cups. Then we go to coins with the Ace. Is that the Jack and the Beanstalk story? I don't know. That's what it makes me think of. The Two of Coins. Three of Coins. The Four. Five of Coins. Six. Seven. Eight of Coins. It's very interesting because you see you have certain, like the Five of Coins is very similar to a typical traditional, what do you want to call it, Five of Coins, but then the Eight of Coins, you've got someone crying on it. So I think that's why it's important to check the booklet. You can read it either way, just as, you know, the meaning of the card, the 8 of coins that you know of, the traditional meaning as it were, but by checking the book, for example, you bring additional layers. You can bring additional layers to your reading, and I think that's important. So we have 6 swans. It's a German fairy tale, and it says the 8 of coins represents the long haul, the slough in the middle of a project that needs to be completed. The little princess needs to keep weaving nettles in silence if she wishes to set her cursed brother free. So that's why it's almost like she's crying, and she's doing it, but she feels like she doesn't really have a choice. So that, you know, can add to someone's focus, and that can add to someone's motivation behind why they do things. You know, so it's just bringing in extra layers to the reading. So I really, really like that. The 9 of coins, 10 of coins, page. That's why I have a million different decks, because yes, of course, the traditional meaning stays the same. That's the Knight of Coins, Queen. The traditional meaning of the cards absolutely stays the same, but I like seeing each author's interpretation of a particular card and what they want to portray in that card and why, and where, you know, it's coming from. So that's why I have a gazillion decks of cards. Because every one, even though they can say the same thing, because the meaning of the cards is the same traditionally, just by bringing in the author's perspective, their input, or the story behind why they portrayed a card a certain way, that brings layers and layers to your reading and what you can do in a reading with those cards, okay? The King of Coins. Then we go to Swords with the Ace, 2 Swords, the 3 of Swords, 4, the 5 of Swords, 6, 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords. Again, you can just pause the video if you want to get a closer look. The 9 of Swords. That's an interesting portrayal of the 9 of Swords as well. So I'll have to check the book on that one. 10 of Swords. Well, if that's not a violent end, I don't know what is. Page of Swords. I like the handwriting. It goes with, you know, the energy of a fairy tale, if you ask me. That's what it makes me feel like. And I love that little pattern there at the top of every card. The Knight of Swords. The Queen of Swords. The King. And then we have Wands, Ace. The 2 of Wands, very interesting portrayal. The 3 of Wands. That looks like a, let me see. The 3 of Wands. Ha! Yeah. The Enchanted Pig, a Romanian fairy tale. That's so cool. Because that actually, I'm from Romania, by the way. I don't know if a lot of you know that. I don't really talk about myself. But I'm originally from Romania, living in the UK for a very long time. But that is a traditional Romanian garments, the patterns and everything. So that's really, really nice. The 4 of Wands. 5 of Wands. The 6. The 7. 8. 9. Ten of Wands, very interesting. Page. The Knight. The Queen of Wands. And the King of Wands. It's interesting that all the kings have like an animal energy, or bird rather. Do we have? Yeah, we had a dragon for water. I think this is it a peacock with the feathers? Okay, for wands. We had an eagle or something like that for swords. So it's about the energy, not as much as a person on the cards. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous. And of course, you can read the cards as you would any other, just based on the traditional. I love this back. I love this back. Just as you would any deck, you know, just based on the traditional meanings, you can absolutely do that. I think, for me, this is my personal opinion, everyone does what they want, and that's their choice, and that's what works for them, so that's absolutely fine. So this isn't coming from a place of judgment or anything like that, but for me, if you buy a deck that is not a traditional deck, okay, for me, there's a reason why that author decided to create those cards that particular way. Even though the traditional meaning stays the same, they wanted to highlight certain things in that card, you know, that maybe weren't necessarily highlighted in the traditional portrayal of that card. So to me, it's interesting as to why they wanted to do that, what they're trying to show, what they're trying to highlight, you know, what they're trying to draw our attention to. And I think it's important, if nothing else, just from a perspective of disrespecting their work, to at least go through the booklet that they provide, where they explain, if they provide one, if you know, where they explain why they portrayed a card in a certain way, or the meanings they chose for that card, etc. But you know, that could be like from the minimum kind of reasoning behind why you would look at a deck that's not traditional, and why you would look at the booklet that comes with it. And then the most that can do is add so many layers and depth to a reading. Okay, and I think that's important. It's the same way if, for example, you were to buy a tarot deck, but you don't really know anything about tarot, you interpret it as an oracle deck. There's nothing wrong with that, you know, necessarily, and again, everyone does what they want, but it's a tarot deck, you know. Why does it portray certain things? You have to learn something about it, you know, you have to look into it a little bit to respect the fact that it's a tarot deck, you know. And again, that's just me, and that's just how I think. It's not necessarily that everyone should do that, that's just how I am, and why I do things the way I do. And even with oracle cards, you know, I always like to get that additional insight. I always like to get the input, the author's input on those cards, you know, and add that to what I know or what I potentially see in a particular card. Okay, so those are the cards. They shuffle very nicely, as you can see. You know, they glide nicely, and they're not, you know, the deck isn't too big to hold or to shuffle. And that's important as well. I don't really have big hands, so if you have tiny hands, I don't know, it might be a little bit of a struggle, but you can always shuffle them that way. I don't usually do that, so you can tell. But yeah, this is really, really nice. You can read reversals because the pattern doesn't change, whether they're upright or reverse on the back, so there's no opportunity, let's say, for your subconscious to only go for upright cards, because that can happen when the pattern is different. We don't even realize, but we can be influenced by that, because subconsciously we know a card is reversed if the pattern is different. Like, for example, this deck that I have, that is upright with the sun on top and the moon on the bottom, and in reverse the moon's on top and the sun on the bottom. So if you were to see all the cards laid out, there's a chance that subconsciously, you know, you go for the ones that are upright or something like that. So the fact that the pattern doesn't change on the back, this is also a beautiful deck, by the way. It is, since I brought it into the reading, Simply Tarot. And I really enjoy working with these cards. They're all like slim, what do I want to say? Not flimsy per se, but the cardstock is definitely not as good as this one. But since I brought it into the reading, I wanted to tell you about it as well. Okay. What should we do? What should we do? Okay, let's do the last 2 days of December, okay? Let's do, what is our collective energy and advice for December the 30th and the 31st, 2020. Collective energy and advice for December 30th and the 31st, 2020. What do I need to know? And we're going to go for 2 cards and just take it from there. And I heard the one at the bottom as well. So at the bottom we have the King of Cups. And our 2 cards are the 6 of Cups and the 5 of Swords. Okay, so with these 2 as general energy, okay, as energy and advice, this may talk about, with this being the end of the year, it may talk about where we reminisce, where we look back, especially when it comes to relationships, romantic but not just romantic. And the 5 of Swords can be an energy of slight regret. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, maybe I shouldn't have done that, maybe I shouldn't have walked away from that, or maybe I shouldn't have let them walk away from that. So it's that kind of energy. The 5 of Swords is a mental energy. Maybe words were said that were very hurtful. The King of Cups talks about emotional maturity. So as this year has passed, or is now coming to completion, we have also grown because of the lessons that we've been through. We have also grown. We've matured emotionally, and we see things differently now. And it's almost like with the 6 of Cups and the 5 of Swords, we may feel sorry for some the way some things turned out. We may be sorry for some things we said or did, and that could be what this energy talks about. And if that is the case, remember, you know, we can only do the best we can with what we have at a particular time, okay? Provided that what we did wasn't malicious, we were doing the best we could, okay? We were doing the best we could at that time. So try not to dwell on things, and especially to not let the energy of regret into your heart and into your mind. There's really no point for it. If you feel like you could have done something better, or now you see things differently and you feel sorry for something you said, you can apologize. It's never too late to apologize, and it's never too late to try to make amends if that's what you feel you should do. But beyond that, try not to dwell on things you cannot change. If you can change and you want to change them, go ahead. If you can and want to, and if you cannot change them, then just take it as, I did the best I could with what I had at the time. That's what I thought was best, and it's all part of the lesson, and it's all part of the growth. And now I know to do differently if that particular circumstance should present itself again, okay? Remember, nothing is a mistake. Everything is a lesson if we take it as such, okay? So, beautiful deck. You'll be seeing it. I'm going to do the January taroscopes with it, and I will use it for dailies as well, I think, because it's absolutely gorgeous and I love it. So I hope you've enjoyed this little unboxing and kind of walk through with it / energy and daily energy and advice reading. I haven't really done unboxings. I might start doing them. I don't know. Let me know what you think. But I just thought I'd share the experience with you, because it's always, you know, nice to put joy out there. If you can put joy out there in a cause for happiness, a reason for happiness, by all means go ahead. And this makes me happy, and I thought, what if it made someone else happy? Let me share it. So I hope you enjoy this. Okay, if you have any questions about the deck, or you want to share your opinion or your experience with it, by all means comment, let me know. What's your favorite card? I don't even know. I have to make up my mind now. I have to find my favorite card. I remember asking that question on Instagram, so if you follow me on there as well, you can have a think and get back to me on there as well. But yeah, tell me what's your favorite card and why, or if you are from the country that a particular story comes from that, you know, inspired a card. Tell me. Let me know what's the story and how does it, you know, transpire in the card. Why did the author, what do you think the author chose that story to portray that card? Okay, let me see what the connection is. Let me know what the connection is. Okay, so I will leave it at that. Hope you enjoy this. What can I say? Happy New Year, I guess. That's what I can say. And let's make it a great one. Yeah, I did my end of year thoughts video, so I'm not going to repeat myself. Okay, so hopefully you can watch that and see how I feel and what I think at the end of 2020 and moving forward. But I hope you enjoyed this. Looking forward to your thoughts, and here's to many more videos. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Take care. Talk to you soon.